Well, guys, we've been hiking in the dark for hours. Alrighty, guys, it's day one of the trip. I just flew in from Phoenix, and we got to get out and do some sighting in with the bow so that I'm locked and ready to go for deer season. Take a look at our shooting sesh. We dialed in pretty quick from 20 yards, so it was wonderful. On the way home from the indoor range, we stopped at the outdoor range and shot at some balloons. What's up, guys? It's Saturday morning, and we're headed out for hunting. We got an archery whitetail tag, and so we're ready to go. At this moment, I honestly didn't know what to expect. I just flew in from Phoenix, and I had not slept very well the night before, and this was a last-second tag that nobody wanted, but I was ready for the challenge.
Sure you want to do it? It's pretty windy.
It's a blistery day. After getting here, I was not expecting it to be this windy, and honestly, I was questioning even if I saw something, if I could even get a shot off, but I was going in anyway. This is a 4th season whitetail only archery tag in Colorado, and building up to this trip while I was still in Arizona, I was doing tons of research on this unit, trying to figure out anything I could about the whitetail population here. And honestly, I didn't find much at all, but my dad went down here and scouted the week before and talked to the ranch hand, and he said that there were whitetail on this property, so we got our hopes up a little bit.
Against all odds because it's a leftover tag, which means nobody put in for these. And there's mixed whitetail and mule deer, and this is a whitetail only tag. Odds are definitely not in our favor. You saying there's a chance?
As you could tell, the wind was pretty nuts, and from this point, we still had another 3 miles until we reached any trees whatsoever.
If you can see it way out there, it's about 3 miles.
Little did I know, but actually at this point, I dropped my release and had no clue where it was, so we had to circle back. Luckily, my dad had a tracker going, so we were able to follow our steps, and we found it 20 minutes back.
Velcro.
Nothing?
There are buttons on the side. I would just stuff it down in there when we're ready.
I'll whip the glove off.
So we were all the way by the trees over there when we discovered he had dropped it. So now we get to hop the fence. Alright, here we go.
Little did we know when we reached this patch of trees, there would actually be 2 whitetail that we spook up, and they took off sprinting like no other, and they did not look back at all, but it's pretty tough to see, but there's a buck up there and a doe that are both running away from us, and we spooked them up at these trees right down here. I was able to see the buck clearly and the doe, but by the time we got the camera out, they were already up the hill. But when they initially spooked, they were already about 70 yards, so a shot was pretty tough. At this point, we came to the conclusion that the deer ran from one set of trees to the next over this ridge. And sure enough, we were right, and we'll go down there and find them in a second. This area actually ended up being like a marsh. We saw tons of deer tracks back in here. In a second here, we spot the deer on the other side of the marsh. And right here, we decide to go around to the other side of the marsh in order to cross paths with the deer that we just spotted. We spotted them walking across this ridge right here. We saw lots of cow tracks, but a couple of deer tracks mixed in with them. We decided to walk down into the trees on the other side of the marsh in hopes to find the deer on that side where we spotted them. In a second here, we're going to look across the marsh to see the whitetail that we saw on this side, on the side that we were on originally, and we just did one massive circle with the deer.
But there was more than one. Oh,
yeah. And with it getting late in the day, we decided to try and chase them down. And come to find out, there was a pretty large creek here, so we had to go all the way back around, and we couldn't cross there without getting wet. So we did see a porcupine on this side, though.
Are they in season? We don't want to get close because they'll shoot you with those.
After that cool little sighting, we continued on our way back to the truck as the sun was going down in hopes to come across one on the way back.
You're walking too fast.
And within 15 minutes, legal shooting light went out, so at this point we were just trying to find our way back to the truck in the dark, and it was quite the process as we still had another hour and a half hike out of here. I learned that whitetail hunting is a lot different from mule deer hunting, but I still had a blast out, even if we were unsuccessful.
Well, guys, we've been hiking in the dark for hours, and we finally have the truck in sight. Thank goodness. Just gotta hop this fence and I'm home free. But it was quite the journey, to say the least.